If he really liked you or cared for you the way he did, he would have never even tried to do that. So my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're not yet a beautiful butterfly, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn your post notifications on, and do not miss an upload every time I upload. How you guys doing? I decided to do this video tonight just to spread some awareness. I know I look crazy, guys. Good thing I have lashes on. This is something I kind of decided to do last minute. As you can tell, it's really late right now. I'm about to go to bed really soon, but I just wanted to do a quick little story time. And as you guys read by the title already, you already have a sense of what the story time is going to be about. I'm aware. I hope you guys are aware. And without further ado, let's just get straight into it. I don't want to make this too long, but I just want to pinpoint some things and just get some stuff off of my chest, because it could possibly help someone else out there who's, you know, probably went through the same thing. Let me just get into it. So I've been dealing with this person, and we've been dealing with each other for about 2 years. Like I said, this was a while ago, and I have so many crazy story times. We've been talking before we actually started to get serious and date. And as any relationship and stuff like that, it goes smooth and it feels good, you know? What doesn't in the beginning? Been doing good. He was really sweet to me. We went to the same high school, and at first I really wasn't even going to take him serious, because this was like in the beginning of high school, kind of, a little bit, yeah. And not a lot of people know, because again, I am private and I don't just talk about these things to anyone. But it was kind of the beginning of high school, a little bit, like not too fresh and not too, it was kind of like in the middle a little bit, not really towards the middle, but kind of in the beginning. Then I just stopped dealing with him because I met my boyfriend that I did this story time with when I transferred over to my new high school to finish it. But it was before him, and things were really, like I said, good in the beginning. He never met my family. They didn't know about him. Like I said, I kept it low-key, and he actually ended up talking to my friend. But I'm going to get into that after. So we've been dating, and he just started to change. Like, you know, it was like I noticed it automatically off the rip. I have this gut feeling when I just know. I can sense when the mood changes, when something is wrong, when a person is feeling like differently. I can tell. I don't know how, but I'm able to realize it. And that's what I just realized. Like, I knew something changed, but I didn't know if I did it, if, like, you know, he just wasn't feeling me anymore. I don't know. My hand's getting tired. But mind you guys, I was telling my friend about the person I was talking to. Like, she knew who I was talking to. She knew about us because I would vent to her about our situation, how, you know, he was being kind of distant towards me, and he basically told me that he wanted to work things out with me, but he also felt like he didn't, in a way. Like, he told me this, like, he felt like the relationship was like wasn't going anywhere. We were still young, the typical talk, and we was kind of still young, but you know, I wanted to work things out with him. Like I said, guys, anytime I get in a relationship with someone, anytime I'm serious with them, I want to work it out with them because I plan on being with them for some time. And he was telling me basically he wants to work it out, but he don't think that the relationship is going to stick, which it didn't. He mentioned about having, like, you know, maybe to spark up the relationship, having threesomes with people. And when he mentioned that to me one day, he seen that I got mad about it. And after I mentioned that, he was like, oh, it's a joke, because he seen I was mad about it. But then in my head I was thinking, okay, what if I would have been like, oh yeah, we can do it? It would have been a whole different story. Like, he would have been like, oh, let's find someone, this and that. Like, I truly believe he would have went through with it, just so there's another female involved. So he mentioned it. He was like, oh, how do you feel about having one? You know, you have friends, like close female friends. I have close female friends. How would you feel about that happening? Like, you know, we're all friends, and it will be something to spark up the relationship again. I just looked at him like, what do you mean? I don't want to, like, why would I want to do that? And I'm in a whole relationship. Like, if that's the case, I'd rather just be single. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, if you want to do that, you can be single. I don't want to mess with you. So then he seen that, how I reacted, how that made me feel. And then after that, he was like, oh, no, I'm joking. You take everything serious. I just wanted to lighten the mood up. Saying stuff like that. He was like, don't take everything too personal. It was a joke. We let it go. Told my friend this, okay? It's not the friends in the other story times. I had like a different friend at the time. So I told my friend about it. She was like, girl, if anything, that's something that will spark up you guys' relationship. And I did it with the person who I was talking to at the time. I am straight, okay? I like men. That's what I like, okay? I don't have anything against anyone who doesn't. I don't have anything against people who's, you know, like that, who feel how they feel. No, you know, you do you. But me, I like guys. Okay? I just wanted to get that out there. I told my friend that. She was like, oh, it's not even about just liking guys. Like, you know, it's about making him feel like excited, stuff like that. And at the time, I'm just thinking like, girl, like, you're the age you are and you're already talking about this. Like, she wasn't too young, guys. So she was like around the age of like 18, and I think at the time I was like 17. So I was 17 turning 18. So then I was like, yeah, no, I just wouldn't feel comfortable if I have like another female involved. I feel like kind of wise for my age. I was like, yeah, that's how people be cheating, stuff like that. They could possibly do it behind your back. Who knows? I'm not doing it at the end of the day. So I told her, and she was like, oh, yeah, you don't want him to think you're boring, this and that. Just try it out. Even if you feel like I have to be the one to do it with y'all. Guys, when I tell y'all and I heard that, I'm just like in my head like, girl, do you low-key like me or something? So in my head I'm thinking of something like, yeah, no, girl, you're funny, we laugh it off. No, I'm just joking, but you know, you should think about it. Let me know, girl. And I had like kind of like a fast friend, like she was the fast one in the group, so I kind of felt like she was low-key kind of serious. So like here and there she'll like make little jokes about, now thinking about it, I don't even think it was jokes. I think it was kind of like personal, like she liked me or something. I don't know. She would be like, oh, like, yeah, you got a big bust, stuff like that, and then be playing around, laughing. It was strange a little. So then we laughed it off. I laughed it off. I was like, are you crazy? And moving on from that, he hasn't pushed any issues towards me. He was acting fine with me, but I would notice he didn't want to give me kisses, hug me and stuff. But it wasn't really like when I was around my friend, he wouldn't really do it. That same female, he really wouldn't hug me. He wouldn't give me kisses. He'll like, if we're around the group of friends, we was around a couple of people, and she was around, stand next to me. But if like I try to grab his hand or something, he'll like hold it. But it's like he'll be holding like one finger of mine or something weird like that. At the time, I really didn't pay it attention, but now because I'm older, I know that was like, you know, a sign of something. It's one day where I noticed like I gave him a kiss. I pulled back from him. My friend was just like looking at both of us, and we just continued to have a conversation. He would like call me, talk to me a certain way, like mentally being abusive, like call me like dumb and stuff, and being like, oh, if you was this certain way, we wouldn't have to deal with certain things in our relationships. Like, you always push the issue about something, basically comparing me. I'm gonna name her Sienna. Sienna doesn't have this issue with her and her dude. They always seem like they're good. We're around them, trying to do couple things. They look more happier than us. He'll just say stuff like that, comparing relationships. And I was like, bro, like, why are you comparing relationships at the end of the day? Like, what we go through is what we go through. Just because it looks perfect doesn't mean it's perfect. He was still being a little boy about the situation. He was like 18 already. He'll just make little issues out of things that's not relevant, trying to make little issues relevant to argue with something. That's what I meant when I was like, I knew something was off, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. Just seeing our relationships going down here, we talking about it, we possibly talking about breaking up. As I'm going through my relationship problems with, what am I gonna name him? Because I didn't even give him a name. With White, I am venting to Sienna about everything. So mind you guys, Sienna is knowing all the business, all the tea, because at the end of the day, that's my homegirl, so I thought. And she's like, girl, you know, just give him some space, give him some time. He's just a guy at the end of the day. You know how guys can be. The dudes that she was messing with was acting like that, and she gave him space. And oh, this is what I did to make our relationship stronger. How I mentioned, like, she did the little threesome with the girl or whatever, and she felt like it brought him and her closer together. We stopped talking for about 2 weeks, and I told Sienna this. I was like, yeah, I think our relationship is done because he has not texted me. I have not texted him. We haven't called each other. And mind you, we went to the same school, so I think we was in one class together, but it was like a little, it wasn't even like considered a class. It was like just an extra class you go to one of those classes together, but we sat in different seats and we did not speak to each other. We was talking to our friends. I was talking to Sienna. He was talking to whoever he was talking to, his guy friends, and we glanced at each other, but we did not say 2 words to each other. Sienna was still his friend though. Like, Sienna was still his friend. White and Sienna would say hi to each other, but nothing more. Nothing more. That's what I noticed. So there was one day my other friend came up to me, but she was not friends with Sienna because she felt like Sienna was just drama. She felt like Sienna was low-key fake, and she would tell me this, like, you know, girl, Sienna was like saying this about you. He don't like you, how she low-key feels like you're ugly. I'll name her Pink. Every time Pink and Sienna would be around each other, Pink would just get this bad vibe from Sienna. I didn't know what to believe either, but something in me did believe Pink that Sienna was like low-key a hater. I don't know. And that completely slipped my mind, kind of. Like, you know, you have to watch what you say around people, watch what you tell them, because people be trying to like stab you in the back. I don't know why I was venting to Sienna about my relationship at the time with White. It was just a bad mistake. It was like plotting on me, trying to get what I had. Me and White was having back-to-back conversations about trying to work things out. But at the time we was like, we're both tired, but we want to work it out. And White was telling me, I kind of like the way things are. I haven't even been talking to each other, so why bother with getting back into a relationship with each other? We should just keep things as is. So I was like, you know what, cool, that was perfectly fine. So me and White stopped talking, and then out of nowhere Sienna stops talking to me. I'm like, you having a bad day? Okay, I'll leave you alone. Weird vibes, whatever, weirdo. So I left her alone. I'm not the type of person to kiss your butt, so if I get that vibe where you're giving me a certain energy, I'm gonna give the same energy back to you. So she wasn't talking to me. I stopped talking to her. I started to tell Pink about how she randomly stopped talking to me. Then Pink came over my house one day and she was like, girl, I have something to tell you. I was like, what? Just tell me what it is. And she was like, so I heard that Sienna and White are talking.
Hold the fuck up, bitch.
Now I tell y'all, I just looked at her. I was like, you're lying. She was like, no, I'm not lying to you. I'm not. Anything that I told you before has been true. So told me. I'm not going to say the person who it is. And I don't want you to be hurt at the end of the day. White is toxic for you. If he really liked you or cared for you the way he did, he would have never even tried to do that with your friend. So I was like, do you have like proof? Well, she showed me the proof video of White and Sienna, and they was kissing. She went to his house, they was kissing, and she sent that video to a friend of hers, I guess. And when I tell you my heart dropped, I was so sad. I was so hurt. I feel like she low-key would like steal some stuff from me. I was into makeup, but not really at the time. Like I didn't have much makeup as I did a while ago. So I feel like just like a concealer I would get would low-key be missing. I misplaced it and would have to go to the beauty supply store just to get like 5 concealers, which was not even a lot of money at the time. Like, you know, the LA Girl Pro concealers. So I was butthurt. I heard like she stole different things too. Like she was just that type of person to just do certain things like that. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how she really was. She was just putting on a whole facade, a whole mask. And I feel like they was messing around low-key. Because even to bring up, like, you know, having like a little threesome, that White brought up to me before and saying like, oh, we can probably ask one of our friends to join. He had like female friends. He wasn't gonna ask a male. And I had female friends. So he was like, oh, I can ask one of my female friends. You can ask one of your female friends. And it was low-key sketchy. And then Sienna saying like, oh girl, you should do it. If you want me to do it with y'all just to make you feel comfortable because we're friends, let me know and I got you. Just for her to make a comment like that, it was like so weird and it slipped my mind. And I thought she was joking because she would joke around a lot. But for her to even like give little hints out there, it was going right over my head. Right over my head. I didn't get it. For her to even look at me a certain way when I told y'all like, oh, I noticed her staring after me and White kissed. She was like looking a certain way. She wasn't looking like a, oh, I'm about to beat you up way. She was just looking like just staring. And then when I noticed her staring, she looked away. I have more story times for you guys. I just wanted to get that out there. And if someone's like, if you notice a shift in the mood with anything, a situation, and you feel it in your gut, trust it, because it's not going to lie to you. I've been right every trip when I had that feeling, but it's a learning experience at the end of the day. Like, I've learned from it. I'm growing from it. I'm being careful with who I give my trust to. You can't mess with anyone. That's why even now, like, I consider my best friend my one friend, okay? My one friend that I have. And just, you know, watch people around me. Even the dudes, like, watch them around me because they can be really, really sneaky. All of that. Like, females can be very sneaky. Males can be very sneaky. You just have to watch who you have around you. Keep your circle small. And don't be naive to what you hear, okay? Make sure you check into it. Make sure it's making sense. It can be right in front of your face and it just go right over your head. So I just her even like not speaking to me, it was because she started to mess with him, started to talk to him. I don't know if they was already doing it and she was jealous, and that's why me and his relationship did not work out, because he started to act weird with me. Like I told y'all, he didn't even want to give me a kiss. Like it was weird. It was really, really crazy. I'm going to be giving you guys more content. I'm trying to be on this little consistent journey. I'm going to edit this. It's probably going to be up tomorrow, but the time that I put it up tomorrow is probably going to be today. So you guys probably going to see it today. It's just, you have to be really, 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 really careful, because people can be very, very, very envious, and it's scary. It's really scary. Become a beautiful butterfly. It's like a tongue twister a little bit. Join the family, okay, you guys, so that everyone know what was going on. But be sure to subscribe, and we will be back with more videos very soon.